Okay, welcome to the first ever auction on the Truly Bedrock Survival Realm. I have procured these items that may or may not have gone missing during a lightning storm recently on the server from the library.
I mean, at least 3 of those strike me as totally fake things, because the actual things were blown up into the lightning. What is up, the world of the living? My name is Zloyxp and welcome back to Truly Bedrock. I'm still, believe it or not, the local librarian, despite the local library being recently tiny bit in shambles. You see, in this library, if you have skipped the most recent current batch of episodes, yeah, it might have been struck by lightning here and there, which is kind of interesting because you'd think that with this high of a roof, that wouldn't be a problem. However, we've been using armor stands instead of chests to hold our items in place. And so as a result of the lightning strike, this entire display and basically all of the books stored on this side nuked themselves. Long story short, they blew up, they disappeared. Everything is terrible, and it all despawned way before we even found out. So, as a result, I was left with no things to display in this particular hall of the library. And what actually was displayed in this particular hall of the library at the same time was the first Wither Skull, the first ever Dragon Skull, the first ever banner for the Ant, which actually did survive, the first ever Wither Nether Star, which yes, did survive too. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. You can probably imagine my loss when we found out. On top of that, written books with armor stands that held them despawned too. So we have no idea how many and like what comments we actually lost. And it's such a shame when you really like the more you think about it. And that's why you've not seen any episodes from out here recently. It's not because I forgot, but it's because I was basically in grief. And yeah, I didn't know what to do about it. But then a bit of inspiration struck. And I decided for myself, if I lost all of those first items, first Wither Skeleton Skull, first Hay Bale, first Slime Block, whatever, what if we went the other way around? What if we actually made some first items for us to display? And that's how Silent and I decided to get a first ever Ghast in the Overworld. It won't necessarily fit here.
I have done everything. We have creeper containment units, and we have, blast chambers, and we even have a Ghast over here, which is not fully expected, but it's a thing that we have.
Okay. Is Ghast a necessary part of this thing?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay, so you just got a Ghast because you could.
Yeah, pretty much. I figured it might be useful to us, okay? Also, you're with the skeletons running away.
Yeah, let him go. He's a free person. Yeah. So, as far as I understand, you now want to blow up charged creepers in the Nether.
Pretty much, yeah. That's going to be a lot safer, because before, if you guys remember when we actually built the beacon factory, we had all of our charge creepers and all the blast chamber for getting the skulls in the overworld next to the actual wither killer. And that is not very safe, because if the wither gets loose, everything's going to get destroyed and killed. So having it in the nether is actually safer, even though we're in literal hell.
Yep. And also water is not a thing, so yeah, exploderating electrified creepers. It's definitely gonna go well for everybody.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine. That's why we got all this obsidian.
Am I right to understand that we need to move the Ghast out of the way before we start doing any of this skull gathering?
Yeah, it might be a good idea. If we want to save this guy, then having him not be within like 20 blocks of where we kill the creepers would be a great idea. Right now he's actually in a minecart.
Yeah, taking him to the overworld is a necessary thing if we want to use him for anything actually, useful.
Have you ever taken a Ghast to the overworld on Bedrock?
Not once. Have you?
Yeah, same. No.
I've done it on Java, and trust me, it's a pain.
Okay. What I'm fearful of is he might be like inside the nether portal and the overworld side and then suffocate.
Oh, that's why you just build a 20-block nether portal for this specific reason.
Okay, well, we
My
can do
biggest
that if we want
problem
to.
with them is... Oh no, I fell into the thing.
Oh god.
But yeah, my biggest problem I encountered with
The one
ghasts...
area you're not supposed to go.
Yeah, my problem with ghasts was when one just escaped and flew away.
Oh.
One, like, if you are in the overworld and they are not in a cage, they'll just fly away.
Yeah, yeah. So
Since
we'd have
he
to
was
build a cage around our
renamed...
massive portal.
Yeah. And since he was renamed, he's just never despawned. And never attacked anyone either, because he was way too high to detect any players. So he just went away and he's still roaming the sky of that particular server.
That's great. Yeah, let's try not to do that with this Ghast. If we do end up taking him to the overworld, I actually have like a lovely place to store him already. I think you're gonna love the other things that I'm storing there as well. On our right, you can see our dilapidated ocean monument, which is very dilapidated.
Yes.
And in front of us, you can see some
Just
bricks.
as advertised.
Yes. So this is where we should start recording.
Okay. Oh.
So this is the area. Now, if we get a little bit closer to this, you might actually see what we have stored in the area.
Oh,
And,
crap!
Yeah, we did this on a couple of live streams. It was fun.
Are they like
3 Outer
sedated or?
No, they're just in boats. Most
They're
of the
in
time, they're
boats?
passive. Yeah, they're in boats. It was a painful process to get them in boats. If you get too close to them, you might have some issues. They hit for like 3 hearts, so be careful.
Oh. I'm trying. Yes! Yes! I am. Ow! Okay. I immediately regret this decision.
Yeah. See, that's why they were over there, not out here in the middle of the ocean, Zloy.
And facing the wall.
Yeah. I put them in there like that for a reason, man. Come on now.
And here goes the mining fatigue.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh
of course.
god. Okay, let me just get out of here. Thanks. Cool. So there's those guys. Now the question is, do we want to put the Ghast over here as well, just to make this an even better area full of overly large mobs and boats?
This is the worst petting zoo ever. Let's expand it mildly. We got a Ghast. We got all of the precautions seemingly functional. All that's left to do is put him on the rail, drop him through the overworld. It all has to work out fine.
It will work fine. Trust me. I'm not a professional. Was that reassuring?
That was very reassuring. Like that moment
Great.
when you built the wither farm wrong, instantly flashed in front of my eyes. As you said, trust me.
Yeah, trust me. Geronimo! Okay. Let's see. I guess I'm just gonna kind of push the guy onto those rail. It's really weird being inside of a Ghast.
Yes, it really is.
Right, there goes that.
And he went by, and he jumped out.
And-
Yep, he's in the
Oh,
overworld.
sweet. Nice. Well, that actually worked surprisingly smoothly.
Do you have another portal leading to the thing that does not lead directly into his cage?
Do you want to take the Wither Skeleton route or the Charge Creeper route?
I'd rather throw myself with the Ghast.
Yeah, let's hop in there with the Ghast.
Oh, he's in the minecart!
I'm
He's in
anticipating
the
experience.
minecart! He's in the
Oh, hi.
minecart!
Look at that. Trust me, Zloy. I am a professional. You see?
Yeah,
I knew
sure.
exactly what I was doing.
Which is why we forgot to put an iron bar or something into his brain. So he won't
Yeah, he's
shoot at
fine.
us.
He's fine. There we go. Now we'll stop right there. Or maybe not. There we go. Cool. So we got this guy in the overworld. Now that's my first time ever getting a Ghast to the overworld. That was surprisingly smooth. So Zloy,
What?
you found something.
I found something. It looks like a basketball.
It looks so stupid.
Right?
I dare you to touch it. Oh god, now
I
it's two
will
of them.
happily.
One for me.
Yeah.
Oh. So these things just like don't work in water.
Yeah, can
Oh,
you
God.
lure the drowned a bit so I can shoot at it? Oh, look! I can nudge it!
Can we nudge these into each other? Oh my god, this is so broken.
That's amazing.
Can I shoot the drown with one?
Yeah, let's try.
I really want to shoot the drown with one.
Yeah. Careful. Boom! It didn't do
Oh my
much to
God.
him, mind you, but boom!
So we now have a rail line going all the way from Ghast all the way to the place with the Elder Guardians, and we kind of just need to get him nudged along. Is there enough power rail on this whole thing?
Probably not. Definitely not.
Sweet. That's gonna make this a lot more interesting then.
We're not bold enough to go and scavenge for gold.
Nope. Okay. Can I swim by this guy?
You probably can. That is allowed.
This seems to be working mildly well.
Yeah. So far, so
Oh, hi,
good.
there's that other guest bio. You know what? It would be really smart if I had another minecart. Oh, look at that, I do.
Yeah.
And then it just... Oh my god, that was perfect.
That really was.
Oh wait, he just went off into an unloaded chunk now.
Did he?
Yeah, okay, there we go, he's fine. He's still moving. You're literally moving faster than me on rails.
Told you.
I'm sure this will be fine.
Ow!
I told you I'll be fine.
Ah!
This is so stupid.
Yes, it is.
We're both inside.
And he shoots at us, but he can't really get us because we're too
No.
close.
Okay, there we go. Stay behind now, and then he should just go and kind of stay in there.
No.
No, apparently not. That makes
Yeah,
everything
someone
exciting.
did not place any rails inside of the actual cage.
Don't push him down into the water. Don't push him into the water.
He's not in the water, but he's in the blocks somehow. So, yeah, that.
Ow. And then there's drowns with tridents. Oh god.
Everything comes at you
Oh.
at once, doesn't it?
Yeah, welcome to Minecraft. And then there's Elder Guardians.
Yep.
Okay. Just don't give me mining fatigue right now. That would... Okay, there
Ah.
we go.
Well, at least we got the milk truck cow.
Yes, milk truck is over here. Very necessary. Oh
Mhm.
god, okay.
Well, at least there's no one's island in the direction in which the Ghast is currently sending the fireballs.
That is very convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there's a slab in his head, so I can't nudge him.
Wow. Oh. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Do you have more rails on you by chance?
I have
Oh, there we go.
19 more
Okay.
rails. But
There we go. We got him. Oh no!
great.
No!
He'll come in
No.
right up.
Okay. Just keep on shooting at me. Keep on shooting at me over here.
Okay. Got him. Got him.
Sweet, now get out of there.
There you go.
There we go.
I'm still under
Okay.
mining fatigue.
Yes. Okay, so that part went less smooth.
But not the part where we were pushing him manually on the minecart. Surprisingly.
Yeah, that part went great.
Yeah.
Actually getting him in there, not so good.
And that's the first Ghast in the Overworld, guys. Which, yeah, feels like an achievement, even when we did it really together with Silent, and also even though the conditions of us catching it were actually pretty tame and pretty simple. The thing is, we didn't even catch it as much as we just found it stuck already in a cave. Well, I say we, but Silent found it. But however, Now that we moved it to the Overworld and the skeleton, Voodoo Skeleton Explodinator era is free of harming ghasts, I decided to put it to good use. And here it is. The first, well, the one of the two first zombie heads in the existence of the server. The other one is of course on the second floor of the neighboring building in the library, which, yeah, by the way, this building, right, the upper part of it I wanted to make into a library, the lower one into a bar. Now right now it's not really being used as such, but however, a while ago I wanted to make it into a bar, and I remember thinking to myself, a library should be bigger, right? I should have made this into the library, but then I remembered, no wait, I had a good reason for doing it this exactly this way. I remembered the reason. The reason because the bar should be on the first floor and the library on the second is so the bar isn't set too high. That is legitimate. That joke is legitimately why I even bothered. However, none of that matters right now because we already have a library, and our library has a first ever zombie head as one of its little museum exhibits. That's the word. On top of that, we still got the first Nether Star of Season 1, we got an item frame, and on top of all of that, recently I got an idea for getting the so-called 0F ever torch. Which is to say that I really want to find a little abandoned mineshaft and yoink a torch from it, because obviously if a torch has been placed before we even got here, so it was generated into the world, then that torch will be the 0F, not the first placed, but the one placed supposedly even before that. And yeah, you can even tell that I've been kind of mildly working on expanding the library itself, digging it up in this general direction. That is because I actually realized that the map of the server, thanks to DaphneElaine and FoxyNoTail, does not now fit into the wall in front of us, which is why I removed it and moved it temporarily to the Shrieking Skull Tower of the Undead Island. Yeah, on top of that, I feel the end itself could use its own exhibit, and of course we could use, you know, an exploration, an exhibit hall that is not losing exhibits whenever it gets struck by lightning, right? So that's a bit of a goal. And frankly, that is a lot of work on my hands. I need to set up new bookshelves somewhere where they won't get struck by lightning. I need to set up new exhibits somewhere where they don't get struck by lightning. And I also need to figure out what to do with these two walls. Now that I know that this area is kind of lightning efficient, and the best way to display something in here is to not display it here, but to actually just place chests and put these things into the chest. Which I guess is kind of the perfect way of storing the books from the subscribers, considering that I'm fairly tired of setting up this armor stand setup every time I want to add a book. So that's a lot of work, which I really don't have the energy for right now. So I guess for now that's gonna be it for today's episode. Guys, do not let your eyes deceive you. Do not worry, the comment of the episode thing continues. We'll do more of it, I promise. I'll just gotta figure out an area where to store the books, and maybe a way of getting the things, the books themselves, basically. The ink sacks are particularly challenging item to use in the crafting of the written books. So until we got a basically industrial way of gathering it, I'm kind of bust. So let me know if there's like a particularly efficient ink farm on the Bedrock edition that would maybe work in the middle of the ocean, which none of them really do, because all of them rely on limiting the space the squids can spawn in. But that's gonna be it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do leave a like. If you liked it, do subscribe if you want to see more. This has been Zloyxp, this has been Truly Bedrock, to be continued. Have a good one, bye bye.